Our next experiment is belt friction. So this is experiment number 4, the belt friction. The objective of is to determine the coefficient of friction between the rim and the given pulley. So here there are two pulleys are given. One pulley is rotating pulley and another pulley is fixed pulley. So now the belt is worked on this pulley. So here we are going to measure the friction between this belt and the pulley. So we can find out the value by using the equation T1 by T2 is equal to e raised to mu theta, where T1 and T1 is equal to tension on the tight side and T2 is a tension on the slack side. So here we are going to increase the weight. Means here we are going to give the tension on tight side, and accordingly the on the slack side T2 we are getting. So when we are going to increase the weight one by one at the different angle. So here you see here, with the help of this lever we can change the angle of orientation by 0 to 30, 50, and accordingly we can, here we are going to increase the weight, like this is, we are going to increase the weight. Suppose we have attached here the weight on the tension side, and accordingly we can measure the tension on the slack side also, and with the help of this we can find out the coefficient of friction between the belt's surface and upper surface of the pulley. So now we are going to conduct the experiment, how we can utilize, how we can take the readings, and this the application of this pulley drive is utilizing for the power transmission of the different machines. So it will be utilizing in the different mechanical component where we have need to use the power transmission. Okay, so now we are going to conduct the experiment.
As sir explained in the previous part of this video, we are going to calculate the coefficient of friction between this belt and the material of the pulley. So we have one fixed pulley and one rotating pulley. Let's come back to this apparatus, and here we will see that we have one option to adjust the angle. This angle is called as lap angle. So if I am opening it like this and I am setting it as 0. So currently my lap angle is 0. So what I will do, I will fix it to 30 degree. You can see that it has markings 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this. So I will set it at 30 degree. Let's come back, and what we have to calculate in this experiment is we have to take different readings. First will be my lap angle. As you can clearly see in the manual, first will be my lap angle alpha, which I have fixed as 30 degree for now, right? I have to calculate length of belt which is in contact with the pulley. So this will be my L1, this will be my L2, right? So length L1 I will calculate, L2 I will calculate, and this weight T1 is fixed in the whole experiment, so I will write it as T1. Now what I am doing, I am putting some more weight on the tight side, right? So I will keep on increasing the weight till the moment this belt start moving gradually, right? So whatever will be the variable value, it will be my T2, right? So once I have all these values, like angle is already fixed, L1 I can calculate from here, L2 I can calculate from here, and T1 I can read from here, and T2 I can read from here. So once I have all four values, what I can do from the manual, I can calculate my theta, right? The resultant theta, which is my 2 into L1 plus L2 divided by D1 plus T. What is T? T is the thickness of the belt, which will be given to you in the experiment. These are the values, right? D1 is the diameter of first pulley, D2 is the diameter of the second pulley, and T is the 4 centimeter. So we will be calculating theta using this, and after that, using the Euler's formula, I will be calculating the coefficient of friction between the belt and the pulley material, which will be 1 upon theta and ln T1 by T2, right? So we will calculate it for 30 degree. How to calculate L1 and L2? I will keep on increasing the weight let us assume that I have increased the weight, and the moment my belt starts slipping, it will be the value for my T2. So I do one thing, I will just see at what point this belt is touching at the pulley. So for me currently this is this one. So I will mark this point like this with a chalk or something. Then on the second side, this is the touching point. I will mark this. I will do the same marking here also on the second pulley, this and this. And after that, we will unload this and we will simply with the simple scale measure the length of the belt which is in contact with the pulley surface. So this will be my L1 and this will be my L2. We can unload it, we can make it straight and measure with the simple scale, right? So what we'll be doing, we will be giving you the values for L1 and L2 because we will measure it right here. And the values for T1 and T2, you will be calculating the theta part and mu part. Now coming back to the back side, for the second reading, I will just change the lap angle to 50. So you can see this, once the lap angle is changed, this time we will need some more weight on the tight side. My T2 value should be more so that the belt starts moving on this pulley, right? So in my table, I will again change lap angle to 50 and I will again measure the length of belt which is in contact with pulley. It will be L1 and 2. We will give you these values. I will measure what is the value of T1 and T2 and again I will calculate theta, and with the help of theta again I will calculate mu. So we will be doing it for 4 different lap angles, which is 30, 50, 70 and 90. If you want, you can do it for 3 because 3 standard value is fine. If you want, you can do it for 90 degree also. So once you have calculated the 3 values for mu, you will be calculating a mu average. So it will be the average coefficient of friction between the belt and the pulley material. That's it. Thank you.